Man, there ain't no reason for me to lie. If I lie, it means I'm scared of somebody. So I'm never gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you what I did just because I'm a man and I know I did it. Whether it was wrong, whether it was right. So everything you do, you gotta think, am I gonna be able to handle the consequences? Because if you can handle the consequences, yo, do your thing. But if you know you can't handle the consequences, and you know you might have to lie about it, then you're not a real man, so don't do it. Because real men don't lie. Real men, you know, if I do something, I own up to it. If I have a kid, I take care of it. If I speed and I get a ticket, yo, I tell the cop, yo, I was speeding. I might get a ticket, I might not. But that R is the biggest thing I'm telling y'all. A lot of kids, when y'all grow up, y'all don't grow up saying, yo, I'm gonna have a kid, I'm not gonna be in his life. Nobody grows up saying, when I have a son, I'm gonna walk away from him. But what happens is you start young, not taking responsibility for the things you do, then as you get older, the bigger thing you can say, you know what, it's not my responsibility, let her deal with it. So I'm telling y'all for the fact, take responsibility for the things you do. If you're, as a man, if you do something, you gotta own up to it. Because real men don't lie, because real men ain't scared. You only lie if you're scared about getting in trouble. If you're gonna be scared about getting in trouble, don't do it. And the other T is treat everyone you want to be treated. The way I say that is because if you wouldn't steal something from somebody, want somebody to steal from you, I wouldn't steal from somebody else. Because I always think about it, what would happen to them? If somebody leaves their phone out, I think about it, yo, if that was my phone that got stolen, how would I feel? I feel sick right now. I'd be shook. The same way, that's why I would, if I found somebody's phone, yo, I turn it in. In my heart, it may be open, it may be an unlocked iPhone. I'd be like, yo, I could probably put this in my name, but I'll be like, yo, you know what? I think about how I want to be treated. The same thing. If I'm thinking about the females, I'm thinking about how would I want somebody to treat my sister? How should I want somebody to treat my mom? Because I know we see a lot of stuff on music videos and stuff like that, but I think in the same way, I wouldn't want my sister doing that. I wouldn't want my mom doing that. So I wouldn't treat her like that just because someone else is doing it. So treat others the way you want to be treated. So you got to put your heart into everything you're doing. So no matter what in life, you can always look at the situation and see, did I put one of the letters from heart to? If I went there and I got a bad grade on the test, I said, did I have pride in what I was doing? If I turned in crappy homework and I got a bad grade, did I have pride in what I was doing? No. If somebody's out getting ready to get into a fight, the worst thing y'all can do is whip out your phones. Because I'm doing the thing on violence in the schools, and the biggest thing that encourages violence is when you whip out your phones and you record it. And I know a lot of us are guilty of doing it, but I'm saying that's the biggest thing about encouraging each other. If you see somebody about to get in a squabble, break it up. Or tell the dude, don't do it. Don't whip out his phone, because you whip out your phone, what's going to happen? Everybody's going to want to fight. If two people get in an argument right now and I put my phone out, that's going to encourage them. Why? Because now I'm on blast. If I walk away, I'm going to look like a sucker. But I'm telling you, but you can walk away from a situation. My man's standing up right here. Standing over there for me. If me and him, I'm trying to teach y'all how to walk away because I want y'all to be able to make it. A reason why I find a lot of players don't make it football, either because they have a bad attitude, or because they have bad grades, or they can't stop fighting. I had this one kid who was a defensive end, D1 prospect, but he wanted to put his hands on everybody because he felt disrespected. If me and my man are arguing, and we're this far apart, do you feel threatened? So now if we're arguing now, and I'm in his face like this, now do you feel threatened? See, a lot of times we escalate the situation. Because we're arguing like this, and we know right now you can turn your back and say, you know, it's not worth it to walk away. But you escalate it because you know if you get this close, he's gonna feel like his pride has to do something, right or wrong. Right. So I'm saying, so when you feel yourself getting in a situation, especially because you're a ball player, if you feel this starting to spark off, there's a point in time you can turn your back. It's not that, and it's not something worth getting into. Because if I argue with a wall, and you got to see, appreciate it on that. If I argue with a wall, is that entertaining for me? No, because the wall can't talk back. So the same thing, you got to turn your back on a situation. So if you see something about to pop off, and you're this far apart, you know you can end it. But when you cross that line and you invade his personal space, or you let him invade your personal space, then you feel like you got to do something. The reason why I'm telling you this is because we lose a lot of football players because of fighting, because of grades, and because of girls, and because of attitude. There's like 4 things. Attitude, grades, girls, and fighting. Because your biggest distraction in high school will be girls. Because females will tell you, why are you working out extra? Why are you putting in double work? Why don't you come hang with me? Or they'll tell you, why are you going to practice today? It's Saturday. Come show me at the beach. Females who don't have that same mindset of you getting into college and playing football will distract you. Because I see players all the time that could be great, but they end up good. There's a lot of good athletes in high school. But good athletes don't get scholarships. The great ones do. If you think about a team, the reason why we call playmakers, if you name some people on the Bucks team that you know, raise your hand. Who can name some players?
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. Who else you got? Name somebody else. Yes, sir? Huh?
John
James
Wayne.
Wilson. Name somebody else.
Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy. Who can name one of the offensive linemen? Who can name some of the other wide receivers besides Evan?
Louis Murphy.
Now, the reason why you know the other names is because they're playmakers. On a team, you'll have 11 players. Some of y'all will be one of those 11 players. But there's only going to be a couple playmakers. The ones when it's 3rd and 1 that we call coach. Coach says, hey, I need you 3rd and 1. I either need you to make that run, I need you to make that stop. Or it's 3rd and long, I call you as a receiver. There's only a couple playmakers. The reason we want you to put that extra work in is because I want y'all to be playmakers. Anybody can be a player. That means you're just good. If you want to be great, you got to put in the extra work. That means that besides coach's workout, you got to go after practice and put in more work. That means you need to jump in camps, jump in drills, anything you can find that's going to make you better. Because if you're only doing coach's workout, you're just as good as everybody else on the team. If you're putting in extra work, that's going to make you great. That's the reason why it's called playmakers. We want you guys to be playmakers. Anybody can be a player. You're just going to show up on the team and you're a player. But to be a playmaker, you got to stand out. So you got to think, if I want a scholarship, what's making me different from everybody else on my team? Work ethic.